this video, we travel to DC for a few days of exploration of our nation's capital. Bye, puppies. Bye. Bye. We start out at the Nashville airport, as this is always where I seem to find the cheapest flights to DC, specifically on Allegiant Airlines. The main purpose of this trip is actually so that I can have my global entry appointment and interview, which will also allow me to have TSA pre-check. It was impossible to find any appointments within driving distance, and DC had a lot of available appointments, so we decided to make a little trip out of it. After a short and relatively bumpy flight, we arrive in Dulles International. We're staying near Dulles the first night at an airport courtyard hotel, as tomorrow morning my global entry appointment will be at the airport. After we check in, we go into the city for the afternoon. This hotel was within walking distance of a metro station, which was really nice. We got ourselves a 3-day metro pass, which we didn't realize could be done on our phones, but it's okay, the card is a nice souvenir. We got off the metro at the mall for a quick snack in the food court. We don't want a full meal just yet because we have a reservation for a really nice dinner in a few hours. For now, let's just walk around and enjoy the sights and a little bit of DC ASMR, starting off with some Christmas food truck music in the middle of summer.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
After enjoying the National Mall for a little bit, we hop on a Lime scooter and ride over towards the restaurant where we have dinner reservations. The e-scooters in DC can be a little tricky sometimes because there are a lot of restricted no-ride zones and no-park zones. But overall, they were a great way to get around quickly for the most part. Are we we're too close on the border?
I think you have to go.
Oh no. What? I don't want it to just like suddenly stop. Will it stop suddenly?
No, not yet.
We park the scooter and head into the old Ebbitt Grill. This place is only a few blocks away from the White House, and it has a nice, vintage, classy ambiance. And of course, the food was absolutely delicious. After dinner, we take a little walk around the White House area. It's pretty late and we have a long train ride back towards Reston, Virginia, where our hotel is, so we start making our way back. It's bright and early the next morning, so I'm already at the airport for my global entry appointment. I'm here quite early, so I grabbed some breakfast and a coffee. Wait time and the processing system was not that great, but the appointment itself was seamless. I don't recall really being asked any type of interrogative questions, really just confirming where I live and then also reviewing the next steps of receiving my global entry credentials and how to use them. After my appointment, I returned to the hotel to grab my stuff and we check out. We're going to go ahead and head over to our next hotel, which is in Crystal City and much closer to all of the main DC attractions. Along the way, we decided to get off the metro at Greensboro Station because we noticed from the train window there was a Lidl here, which is a German-based grocery store, basically a competitor of Aldi. And as you may or may not know, I am traveling with a German here. Eventually, we make it to Crystal City. We're staying in the Westin and hoping for an early check-in so that we can drop off our bags. We were able to check in. Crystal City Westin. Here's the Lidl bag. We got a pretzel, this thing, another one of these things.
Croissant.
And after getting situated with our room, we head back out and we're going to make a visit to the Arlington National Cemetery. It's about a 15 to 20 minute walk from the visitor center, but we make it just in time for the next changing of the guard ceremony at the tomb of the unknown soldier. This spot honors unidentified soldiers who lost their lives serving our country. The guards here are from the 3rd U.S. Infantry Regiment, also called the Old Guard. They cover the site 24/7, 365 days per year, and they've been doing so since 1948. Without a single exception.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I am Sentinel Maxwell of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army, Guard of Honor 2 of the Unknown Soldier. The ceremony that you are about to witness is the changing of the guard. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, it is requested that everyone remain silent and standing. Left shoulder out. Halt! Port! Out! Ready! Hey! Raise it! Out! Hey! Pass! On your orders.
Pose and orders. Remain as directed.
Orders. Acknowledged. Ready. Hey. Pose. Right. Hey.
Next, we use another scooter to head over to the nearby and famous U.S. Marine Corps War Memorial. Does it have trouble up hills?
Yeah. I think the weather is not good in this one.
Okay, I guess we go up a hill again. That's not gonna be good, is it? Yep. Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Should I get off? The scooter is causing us a little bit of trouble, but we finally make it up the hill, only to realize it's a no park zone. After taking in the memorial and having a quick snack, we head over to the nearest metro station, which was Roslyn. We ride over to Dupont Circle Station and enjoy the park here for a while. We're just waiting and resting a bit before our next reservation, which was for a neat little speakeasy called Code Red.
There's embassies here, I think it's really expensive.
And of course, we are taking the Lime over to expedite the commute. The environment here was great, and so were the drinks. We also happened to be here for happy hour, which allowed us to try a nice variety. And for dinner, we found a doner shop. Except it wasn't actually a true doner, according to official inspectors. Nonetheless, it was still delicious. Good. We've done a lot today and we have a lot to do tomorrow, so let's cut the night short and head back to the hotel to relax. The next morning, we start out directly with a tour of the U.S. Capitol building. This is entirely free, and if you're interested, I would recommend to visit the Capitol's website to reserve tickets in advance.
There is an unmistakable tone to the U.S. Senate.
First, we watch an introductory film, and then we get our headphones to start the tour. From here, we see one end of the building to the other. And here is the beautiful rotunda. If you look closely, you can see George Washington with a big blanket on his lap for some reason. Here's a Ronald Reagan statue, including a piece of the Berlin Wall. Each state actually gets to choose two notable figures to represent them, and Reagan was the pick for California. Many are politicians, including former presidents and founding fathers, but there are many who weren't as well. For example, Helen Keller of Alabama, Billy Graham of North Carolina, Sacagawea from North Dakota, just to name a few. And these are scattered throughout the entire building. After the tour of the Capitol was over, we walk in the tunnel over to the Library of Congress, where we also have a timed entry pass. And I should also mention, it's completely free as well. It's absolutely stunning in here. After we wrap up our visit, we stroll over to a nearby coffee shop. Oh, a French cafe. Oh, my Frenchie. And of course, we're hopping on yet another e-scooter. We make a quick stop right outside the Supreme Court building, which is absolutely beautiful. We then ride around to get a good view of both sides of the Capitol building while we have the scooter. We park it at our next stop, which is the U.S. Botanic Gardens. Also completely free, no timed entry needed. By far, one of my favorite things about DC is all of the incredible attractions that are absolutely free. After the Botanical Gardens, we have yet another timed entry pass for the Air and Space Museum, completely free. We're gonna go in at the top of our entry block, but I've been before more towards the end of an entry window, which is actually better because you don't have to stand so long outside waiting in line. There's a staircase.
Wait on Mom and Dad.
Wait, are we back in Huntsville? And after visiting the Air and Space Museum, we get back on a metro and head over to Chinatown for lunch. Unfortunately, my favorite restaurant here was closed for renovation, but it's not the worst thing because it gave us a good opportunity to try something new. So we're gonna go into this cute little food hall, which was also pretty good. And afterwards, a quick stop for some gelato. Next, we head over to Union Station just to take a look around. Now we're back in the Virginia side of things in Pentagon City. We're gonna grab some picnic items for dinner from Whole Foods. I think this is one of the things that I'm most excited for. We're riding a scooter once again, this time over to the Gravelly Point Park, to which I've never previously been. This was about a 15-minute ride from our hotel, and we had a great pedestrian path to get here. The best thing about this park is its location. Right next to Reagan National Airport, directly below the end of the runway, where you can watch all the planes take off from up close. It's about to die, and we're in a no park zone, but at least it's pretty. We hop back on a scooter and ride once again to the National Mall to enjoy it in the dark. I absolutely love to walk around and experience all of the monuments and memorials all lit up at night. The next morning, we check out of the hotel and, you guessed it, hopped on another e-scooter, this time to take a ride over to Georgetown. Until editing this video, I did not realize how much we took advantage of these e-scooters. It is absolutely charming here. We start off in the waterfront park. You just want to look at the boats? And later on, we make our way up to the main part of town. We try out a decadent cupcake from the local favorite, Baked and Wired. And then we simply take a stroll and enjoy all of the cute, colorful buildings in the area. We make our way back over to the waterfront to grab some lunch. We chose Nick's Riverside Grill. The prices here were reasonable and the view was great. And with that, our trip is slowly winding down. We have to reload our Metro card once more since we exceeded the 3-day validity period. But then we hop back on the Silver Line over to Dulles. Dulles has the absolute best TSA. I've never seen a line here. And soon enough, we're heading home.